Many practice leaders I work with tell the same story. Their teams are impacted to one degree or another by infighting, negativity, cliques, backbiting, gossip, angst. The highly charged environment that is healthcare means that, to an extent, some of these dynamics come with the territory. But if these issues are pervasive where you work, there are probably some clear root causes. In this episode of Your Practice Ain't Perfect, we're looking at 4 reasons your healthcare team doesn't get along. Here we go. Okay, number 1, you tolerate disrespect. Not toward you, but toward one another. If managers fail to rein in terse, nasty, or disrespectful interactions between team members, the whole team suffers. As the leader, you must establish expectations for how team members will communicate with one another and then hold them accountable. Insist that members of your team treat each other with courtesy and respect at all times, on good days and bad. Make it clear in your words and actions that anything less won't be tolerated. Number 2, your team is overworked. At least 75% of the managers I work with tell me that their team is understaffed. Perhaps there's a vacancy or several. Perhaps the practice has grown, but funding for expanding the team is limited or non-existent. In any case, when team members are pushed to their limit on a daily basis, they, as a TV show famously once said, stop being polite and start getting real. Stress, fatigue, and pressure, these things remove our filters. Constantly stressful environments narrow people's emotions to a fight or flight survival mode. Look at your staffing and make sure you're not overestimating what people can reasonably accomplish in their position. And if your team needs more help, do whatever it takes to get it for them. And that's a fight you may have to fight over time. Number 3, there's a toxic personality. It's very common that a manager will call me up and say, I'm having an issue and I want to see if you can come do some staff training. But when they describe the problems they're having, I hear about the drama I described at the top of this video. And I ultimately ask one question. Is there one person on your team that if they were to leave, these problems would largely go away too? Do you know how often the answer is yes? Every time. Every single time. In such cases, there isn't a training issue with the team, there's a performance management issue. The bad behavior of an employee has not been addressed and has become cancerous to the team. If a toxic personality is present where you work, engage in focused, specific, behavioral conversations about what that person needs to do differently. And if no change occurs, or when no change occurs, take appropriate steps in collaboration with your HR business partners to remove that person. Last but not least, they don't know each other. In most work environments, employees spend a lot of time together. If they're never given the chance to interact with each other beyond the duties and tasks of their jobs, they rarely get a glimpse of each other's humanity. Find ways to create non-work interaction at work. This is why many teams celebrate birthdays or share photos and plan staff retreats. When colleagues get to interact as people, it builds stronger team relationships. And no, happy hour doesn't count because not everybody goes to happy hour. Do these things at work. Now, these are not the only reasons your team may experience conflict, but they're pretty common. So now it's your turn. If you've fixed a problem with team conflict, tell me about it in the comments box below. And if you want to be notified of when new episodes of Your Practice Ain't Perfect appear online, go to joemull.com and subscribe to my email newsletter practice leaders like yourself are getting in their email inbox. Thanks for watching. Take care.